Hello, dear friends and family. Busy as usual, just like the bees. Except I'm feeling a lot like these guys right now. They're moving a lot slower. Some of them are just hanging on. They had a busy season. We all had a busy season. Many things have been moved up front. Temperatures are finally starting to drop. Nice little reprieve. I'm gonna make some room in the house and hook up the grow lights. My growing indoors isn't really growing. It's more just trying to maintain the life and to try to get an early jump on it come springtime. Cucumber plants. One of the newer tomato plants doing very well. This is the third year for that citrus. They're quite ornery. Big barbs on those. And here are the apple trees. I pulled a lot of the potted basil up front. I'm going to do some more seed collecting and then hopefully sometime this week strip them of the leaves and do a batch of pesto. Pepper plants still kicking them out. And this is one of the newest tomatoes and cucumber. We'll see what happens. Really depends on the weather. This is the basil that I'm going, these were basil volunteers. And I'm going to put those in the aquarium. Look at all those volunteers in there. All this Texas hummingbird sage everywhere. You guys know how much I like my bird, butterfly, and bee attractors. Look at those busy guys. Lots of strange occurrences have happened. I got really excited over some recent developments, and one being going down to meet and learn from Green Dean. Got home and tried to upload the video. I guess it was just too long, and after half a day of it spinning away on the upload, it aborted. This plant, this Love Lies Bleeding, got about 8.5 feet tall. I want to get a picture taken just for scale. All right, back to Green Dean. So I went down there and I learned that the one chickenweed that I called chickenweed, I learned the name of it, Richland something or other, I have it written down, is not edible for human beings. But quite a bit of stuff happening here is edible. And I brought back, he let me do some seed collecting, so I brought back some seeds and wild winged yam and Florida betony and all kinds of things. One day I'm just going to have to make myself a list and do a video on that. But I highly recommend, if you don't visit his channel, to go ahead and do it. Just incredible amount of information in that man's head. And he loves jazz, so hey, what's not to like about him? Clearing. Over there, where the sweet potatoes are, I came across 4 black widows, all in that tiny area. And for some reason, intuition prompted to grab my work gloves that morning. Thankful I did. All the years outside and in the garden, I've only ever seen 2 black widows. And to find 4 in such a small area was a little bit unnerving, a little bit freaky. This is a spinach transplant. And then a direct sow right here. And hopefully luck, weather, and all of the other things that it takes will be on my side, and you guys will get to see this gorgeous Romanesco broccoli. Absolutely stunning specimen. Big bed of that. And over there along the fence line. It's all really tiny right now, so it's hard to see. And I put some of it back there where the squash mounds had been. The reason I'm putting the broccoli where the squash had been and some of the darker greens, it is a heavy feeder, and I had amended some of these beds better than others. And this is a lettuce. There's more broccoli in here. The albino bullnose that I had planned on overwintering is just not happy. So I'm going to end up with the Cal Wonders in the house. This is a kale here. I think I'm getting that. Kale bed. Oh goodness. Belle girl. She's over here, digging in my bed. I've got to get used to putting the gate. Come on, Belle. Come on, girlie. Come on. Come on. Belle. Oh. All right, I didn't expect a visitor, nor did I expect one of my beds to be torn up. Oh well. There's more. I'll have to go through that. I've mentioned this before. The lettuce does, these deep dark reds have done a lot better for me than the greens throughout the winter. Many people are surprised to hear that. A lettuce can be overwintered if you're in a mild climate, but we did hit temperatures for weeks on end in the teens and had 8 inches of snow here, not last year but the year before, and my lettuce was under snow cover. This planting isn't those varieties. These are new varieties, so we'll see how they do. But for just in case, I'm going to have a backup. I'm going to plant some of my seed stock from the French varieties, the French reds, Lollo Rosso and the Merville and the Rouge de Hiver. I'm going to get on that along with Kohlrabi, Brussels sprouts, and some other things. Oh, we had a visitor here just annihilated the tobacco leaves. Good thing I'm not saving tobacco leaves this year. Look at those nice big fat pods. They'll dry out, get brown. The seeds are released very quickly, so you have to keep an eye on them, and insects really like to eat tobacco seeds. And they're very easy to collect when you crack that pod open and run it through the strainer. There's not too much plant material. The watermelon didn't do really well. I have a specimen in the house that I'll possibly get some viable seed. I'm assuming that it's just not enough daylight. Strong daylight hours are occurring now because the soil that the root ball was put in was heavily amended, and it got a couple doses of compost tea. I'd collected the amaranth seed heads, and this is a wild amaranth, and amaranth leaves are edible and the seeds are edible. And I've never seen a wild amaranth this large and with that many long strings for seed head, and so I'm thinking that may have crossed with the Love Lies Bleeding. All right, well, I'm going to set the camera down and put my nose to the grindstone. I've got a couple days here where it's a little bit cooler than the temperature's supposed to get back up, so I want all of my transplants to get nice and rooted before they get pelted. As always, Wishing you love, luck, peace, and happiness. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Arrivederci.